Coach, I guess just your thoughts on you guys went on that 23-5 run and late first half and kind of grab it pretty quick control, and then it was kind of sloppy, I guess, on both ends in the second half. Your thoughts on getting back on winning track?
Yeah, happy we won. Was looking forward to being back in the hump and playing a home game after the last outing here. We had a chance to play really well. There for a while, I thought we were really humming on both ends of the floor. We were sharing the basketball. We were playing a style that, we've been trying to do lately, trying to play inside out, get a bunch of paint touches, try to get to the line. And we were doing it. The defense was pretty locked in from the jump. Unfortunately, there in the second half, it started sputtering on the offensive end. Miss a free throw here, miss a finish. Changes the vibe in the room, and it gets in our heads a little bit, and they took advantage of it. They jumped on it and got back in the game, and then in the end, we were able to make enough plays to get the win.
Go ahead, Danny P.
Coach, you talked about the defense. It held a really good Vanderbilt team to 55 points, and usually a pretty good three-point shooting team. Held them to 23% from out there. Just talk more about the defense and how y'all were able to slow them down.
Well, as you follow us, we weren't real happy with our last two defensive outings with not just the raw number of the kind of points we were giving up, but just our breakdowns. We just weren't guarding the ball as effectively. Our rotations weren't on point, and it's been a problem for us. We keep telling our guys if we're going to lose, fine, right? But it can't be because our defense isn't up to snuff, and it can't be because we're not rebounding at a high level, because that's how this team is constructed, and it's how we practice, it's how we talk about playing, and we have to have that each and every night for us to be successful.
We'll go to Coach's left, we'll go to Steph, and then we'll go to Justin.
It wasn't the best shooting night for him, but it seemed like Shaq was pretty aggressive on both ends for y'all, and especially with Rams, battling some foul trouble there. What did you think of the way he played and stepped up in that guard spot?
Yeah, I really like where he's at. He's got a great focus right now. His practice mindset's been really good. I envision him, to continue to play well. He had a couple awkward, if you will, situations in the first half where he got the ball, and one time he thought it was going to be a lob and it wasn't. He kind of got caught in between steps there and had an awkward finish, and another one where he drove it right and probably should have used his right hand and used his left, and it got blocked. And he's usually a pretty good finisher. He's obviously very dynamic, but he's just really locked into what we're trying to do and how we're trying to play, and I like where he's at, and I've shared that with him and the team. We've got to get more guys on that same page that he is, and hopefully he'll continue it.
Tolu had talked about just how Trey Ford has bought in throughout the year, and just how important is that from a player like him whose role has changed so much since the start of the season? Yeah,
it's very obvious, right? He can score the ball. That's what they keep track of. That's what either you win or lose because of the scoreboard. All the other stuff is we focus on and pay a lot of attention to, but at the end, someone that can move the scoreboard in the right direction has value, and I think anyone that's really watched this closely can see that he can do that, and he's done that on occasions, and he did it today a little bit. He's just got to continue in the other facets of the game, being strong with the ball, and having some tension in your body on defense at all times, being assignment correct, and just playing with that verb that we're trying to play with, and coming in, that really wasn't his deal, and we knew that, and we thought because he's such a great kid and he's got a good work ethic that we could get him on the right page pretty quickly, and it usually takes some time. It usually takes some time. I don't care how old you are. When it's new for you, regardless if you're a four-year transfer or a junior college transfer or a high school kid, it takes some time. And but he's getting it. He's getting it, and it would be a big shot in the arm for us if he could continue to have positive minutes for us.
We'll go back to the cameras and John, and then we'll duck down to the second row and Robbie.
Chris Tolu, 25 and 11. Just what did you see from him today that was, so special? And how nice is it knowing that, when you have a guy like that that's so gifted by the rim, in the post in a one-on-one matchup, that it usually kind of works in his favor? How much of an advantage is that for you guys?
Yeah, he got Lubin in foul trouble in the first half, and so he was going against the backup, and that was helpful for Tolu, and he had a nice game on the stat sheet. He should have had 30 and 15, right? He had opportunities at the free throw line. He had opportunities to grab more rebounds if he would, quit flagging them down with one hand and grab them with two. And the way we work together and the way we are, like he knows that's what I'm gonna say, because I got high expectations for him, and you know, but we go through him and Jimmy both. You know, Jimmy has had his moments as well, and but it's certainly a luxury to have, you know, a guy like that. We can throw it inside, and you know, if they're playing one-on-one, you're pretty good shot that he's going to get, you know, a good look or a foul, and if they want to double him, then you know, we can get into rotations and get some people in closeouts.
Coach, you talked about Jimmy a little bit, and he signed up for this, just doing what the team needed him to do. But going from that role of kind of filling in for Tolu and providing those minutes to now, again, doing what you need him to do off the bench, I mean, just how valuable of a piece has he been this year to have a guy like that that can come in and spell Tolu like that?
Yeah, I'm on record multiple times saying I'm not sure where we'd be if we didn't have Jimmy Bell. Certainly, you can't plan for any sort of injuries, etc. But I just don't know where we've been. I don't know where our team would be, where our record would be. He was a godsend for us, and I knew once Tolu got back that it would be no issue with him. He's all business. He's a great kid. He gets it, and he was very productive today. He had 7 rebounds and 4 points in 10 minutes. You know, that's some quality production, and he's going to have big games. You know, he's going to have big games. We all know it. He knows it. And so we're really glad he's with us.
Go down front row to coaches, right? We'll go to Tanner, then back to Paul.
Coach, you talked a little bit about Trey. You know, he starts off the season red hot and then kind of hits a cold spell. What was it like from your perspective, kind of seeing him go through that and then now come out on the other side of it and he's providing some good minutes?
Yeah, you know, it was almost a curse that he made the shots that he did that first game, because it's natural for all of us as humans to expect him to do that all the time. And you know, that would be hard. That's a tough standard that he set his first game out, you know, as a Bulldog, and he made, I think, 5 or 6 threes, and he looked good doing it. And then, like you said, he struggled a little bit. You know, he struggled a little bit, and then his role changed, obviously, and certainly it's not something that he probably thought was going to happen. But like you said, he stuck with it. He's leaned on some unbelievable teammates that have been there for him. I watched those guys encourage him in practice, and even if I'm, you know, on him about something, they're coming behind me and slapping him and telling him to stick with it and, you know, buy in. And he's been doing it. He's been doing it, and you know, his minutes hopefully will continue to go up if he continues to do the things that we need him to do.